I'm Mhairi and this is my vlog. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we are reporting to you live from the Big Apple. It's true, we're in a basement in, I almost said New Zealand for some reason, but it's New York. We're very excited to be here. This week, Holly and I came to New York for the Women in Fashion Film Festival and the She Web Festival. And I just thought I would do a little vlog here in a windowsill in Greenwich Village. I think it's Greenwich Village or the West Village, about community, because that has come to play in the last few days since being in New York. And the thing is, I want to preface this with an amazing book I read by Malcolm Gladwell called The Outliers. And at the beginning of that book, he talks about this one town in Pennsylvania that was settled by Italians who had moved from one small town in northern Italy to Pennsylvania and set up shop, essentially, you know, taking all the townspeople from Italy to Pennsylvania. And this town was the only town out of the whole of America at that time who had nobody in the town dying of heart failure or heart disease. That was the leading cause of death across America. And this one doctor was very puzzled by this. He couldn't understand what these townsfolk were doing differently from other people in America. I have to point out there was a German town settled from people from Germany, obviously, just 20 miles away from this Italian town. And they were dying of heart disease. So it wasn't a geographical issue, nor was it a dietary issue, because the Italian people in Pennsylvania were just purely eating the American food. You know, they weren't glugging olive oil. So it was a real puzzle. The doctor spent a couple of years observing the people doing tests and stuff, and it suddenly dawned on him that the reason that these people were living to old age and dying naturally was because they had a sense of community. Because they basically transposed the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and the priest from Italy to Pennsylvania, and everyone was supporting each other. And I just thought that was so interesting. And as an artist, I think you can get very much in your own head and in your own little world because you're creating something, and it can become a very intense experience, whether you're on your own or, you know, obviously I work with Holly, so there's two of us, but it can still become a very small bubble. And I think having the opportunity to travel, to come to a festival is integral to your career, for one, because obviously you meet a lot of people, but you need to know that you're not just on your own in outer space, you know, thingying up against a black hole, that there are other people that you can connect with that can inspire you and take you on physically to a different place, because, you know, maybe they know someone that can help you, but just more importantly, I really think emotionally, to support you through what you're doing, because otherwise the endeavor can feel quite lonely and quite, are you barking up the right tree? You know, I'm going to talk about two main people that we've met since being here. The person that we're staying with, have the fortune of staying with, is a wonderful friend called Anne, whose show is called The Louise Log. And the opportunity that we've had to build a friendship in the last few days, but also to create and spark different ideas about where we can take our shows. And then this morning, Holly and I shot with Behind the Rabbit production company, and that was a collaboration that also came about through the internet, which is a brilliant platform to build your community. So no longer are we just at the beck and call of which couple may live down the road, and maybe you're in the same batting field and you can help each other. Now, with the wonder of the internet, we can forge these relationships and essentially establish a virtual office for all freelancers and artists. That's an amazing opportunity. And so it's with serious gratitude that I come to you on this Sunday afternoon, and with the serious also thought of how important community is. And so there you go. I feel a bit like I need a daisy chain and call myself a hippie. No, I am a woman of the digital age, a modern woman, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So let's start the conversation about community.